Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing Evening Shade. Now, to try and sort of represent that, we're here is it really evening, late afternoon, sunset? You've got Sleuth admiring the view from some kind of city rooftop, and we've got a very odd fusion of like a New York landscape behind him, skyscape I should say, Big Ben, interesting. Now, this particular puzzle that we're about to play, it's got a 97% rating as of the time of recording. It's another one from James Sinclair, and I know that you've seen many of his puzzles in the past. They're always absolutely phenomenal. I am feeling a bit intimidated as I'm looking at the grid itself. It is 2-star difficulty rated, and it doesn't feel like there's a lot of clues, so it's going to clearly require some kind of clever trickery, and hopefully the fact that I'm actually trying to solve this in the morning means that my brain is going to be up for it. Anyhow, enough of all of this. Let's take a look at today's puzzle and rule sets. So, Evening Shade by James Sinclair, and I just noticed that I don't like the font size. I'm sorry about that. That's a bit better. Normal Sudoku rules apply, and all the clues are standard. So that means place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Now, I think James used this odd wording. In addition, cells separated by a knight's move in chess cannot contain the same digit, just purely as a way of just being able to say, if you're familiar with Sudoku variants, that's the only sentence you need to learn. And the rest is region sum, quadruple circles, white Kropke dots. But quick explanation. So if this cell here was a 2, not only can it not be in the same column, same row, same box, any cell that is also a chess knight's move away, so 2 steps forward, 1 step to the side, could be either side, could be 2 steps to the side, 1 step forward, so all of these cells end up not being allowed under anti-knight rule sets. Let's see, what else do we know? We have region sum lines, so sum lines. Box borders divide each blue line into segments with the same sum. There's only one line, so we don't have to worry about any complicated wording. Essentially, these 3 digits, let's say they're 1, 2, 3, add up to a value, and then every single one of these sections has to sum up to the same value, 6. So these 2 cells, for example, could be 2 and 4. This one here would have to be a 6. This could be another 1, 2, 3. This could be 1, 5. That's one set of possibilities for this region sum line. Digits inside a white circle must appear in one of the 4 cells surrounding that circle. And immediately I realized that my example is, awful. Can I just delete a whole bunch of things quickly? So these 4 cells around this quadruple circle must contain the digits 1 and 6. You can literally just corner pencil mark them 1 and 6. They have to appear somewhere in there. If I put a 6 in here, for example, I have broken the puzzle. This is saying around it is 6, 7, 8, and 9. Last but not least, digits in cells separated by a smaller white dot are consecutive. So if this cell here was a 2, this cell that is connected to it with a white Kropke dot would have to be consecutive. That could be 1 or 3. So that's all the rules we have for today. If you want to play along, maybe enjoy a bit of Sudoku in the Evening Shade, link will be in the description down below for you to do so. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock, see how I get on. Just going to check, actually. I should have checked before. Yeah, it is recording. I've made this mistake enough times, really. Right. So, and I'm sorry about that. I kind of showed very quickly that this is 7, 8, or 9 because it's not 6. And it has to be one of these 4 in the quadruple. The other way, of course, to confirm that it is 7, 8, or 9 is I've got 3 cells that at a minimum would sum up to 6. Therefore, this single cell value has to be 6 or greater. Just not 6 because of this quadruple circle. Right, let's just think about what this is now telling us. So it's going to tell us the following. Oh yeah, okay, we're coloring, right. This cell is blue. Blue, because of Sudoku, can't be in any of these cells in the same column. Because it is the sum of all of these cells, well, it can't be any of them. Sorry, I meant to say grey, not blue. So if I had this cell, let's say a 7 in here, well, these would have to be a double zero for it to work. So it's not on the region sum line in this box. It's not here with anti-night move. It's not there with anti-night move. This is blue. Therefore, this digit is consecutive. This is going to be a high digit from 6, 7, 8, or 9. Because this is 7, 8, or 9, this is going to be from 6, 7, 8, or 9. Interesting, and I like that because I can keep coloring. Right, I'm getting now what's going on here. Right, so let me first color this cell. We know that this cell is different from blue, for a bunch of reasons. It can't be here. We know it's 6, 7, 8, or 9 because it's consecutive with 7, 8, or 9. Can't be this cell with Sudoku. Can't be this cell with anti-night move. Has to be in here. It's green. Right, let's keep going round actually. This is yellow. Yellow can't be any of these cells. Yellow can't be here because of night move. And I'm just thinking, I don't think I can put yellow on here, but I don't think that's true. My temptation to say is this is yellow, but that is not guaranteed. Let me explain. If this is a 9 and yellow is a 6, I can put 6 on here with 1 and 2. That would be fine. So it looks like at least that kind of... right, forget yellow. Let's think about where blue is in this box. Repeat the same logic. Blue is not in any of these cells because of Sudoku. Can't be on the region sum line. Can't be anti-night move away, anti-night move away. That's blue. Blue now is in one of these, is in the top row in here in row 1 because of Sudoku. Can't be on the region sum line. This is blue. Right. We're getting somewhere. Blue, neither of these cells because of night move. Can't be in here because we know that this is a quadruple circle that's got 4 different digits. So that's not blue. That's blue. Keep going. Right. We're going to be able to get all of this, I think. Sudoku, Sudoku, night move. That's blue. This is potentially now green. And actually, I'm just going to check if it is. Don't know, actually. Yeah, don't know. Right, blue, none of these, not here because of night move. One of these is blue. Blue can't be on the region sum line, can't be any of these cells because of Sudoku. That's blue, that's not blue, that's blue, that's blue, and blue is connected to 4 digits. Now, they don't all have to be unique, and we definitely know that they're not all unique because at most we can only be connected to 2 consecutive digits. But what does it tell me now? We know that green is one of the consecutive digits. Right. So let me just illustrate this with an example. If this is 2, and we know it isn't, it's 7, 8, or 9, this would be 1 or 3. We're saying that this is 2. We're saying these are 2 now, 1 and 3s. That has to be the opposite 1 or 3 because it can't be the green 1 or 3. So hopefully that's clear. That does allow me to color this a different color. This is definitely yellow. This is definitely green. Yellow is definitely in here because these 2 are on the region sum line. Therefore, these 2 cells have to sum up to the same value. Yellow has to appear on this quadruple because this is 7, 8, or 9. This could be a 6, but even then it would appear in here. And it can't be this cell because it's in the same box. That's yellow. This is going to be, I don't know, red. Yeah, we had trouble coloring this one before, so I'm just going to ignore it. Right, yellow and green we know are consecutive to the blue. This is not yellow, this is green. This has to be yellow. This is not yellow, so the neighbor here has to be green. These are not greens. This is not green. This is not green with night move, or anti-night move, I should say. This is green. Fascinating puzzle. Love it. Green, again, just Sudoku. None of these are greens, not this one. This is just, like I said, just Sudoku. Green has to be up here, and it's none of these digits. It's up there. Potentially, it's going to be a 6. It's kind of almost hinting that way by being in this next to this quadruple circle. All right, this green, none of these cells, not this cell, and it's not blue, so that has to be green. That is not green. Interesting. This white crop key dot should tell us a huge amount if I can actually quite appreciate it. Yellow, none of these cells are yellow. This is yellow. Can I keep going? Yellow is none of these cells, not night move. Could yellow be... Yellow cannot be on the region sum line. How am I going to demonstrate this one? So remember, I said if this was 9, I can put a 6 on here. But remember, yellow is consecutive with blue, and it's not a 2. So even if I try and minimize yellow, this would end up being 7, and this would be 1, 2, 4. I couldn't put a 6 on it. So yellow is not on the region sum line. It's not here because of Sudoku. It's not there because of Sudoku. It's one of these 2 cells. I actually can't determine what it is. But that's helpful, we think. Yeah, we think. We definitely think. There we go. Box 7 can't be on the region sum line. Ooh, no, because it's 2 cells rather than 3, it potentially could be. So even in my example of 7 and 6, I could put 6 and 1 on here. So that is not a given. All I can do is just eliminate these cells with Sudoku. These 2 are now potentially yellow. Yellow is none of these cells in here. Sudoku eliminates these. These are potentially yellow. Right. Not quite what I was after, if I'm honest. None of these are yellow. This is not yellow. One of these 2 cells is yellow. And you see, none of these could potentially be eliminated with like anti-night move trickery. If this is yellow, that's night move, so that would be yellow. That's not yellow. Whoops. Yellow, yellow. That's fine. Yellow, 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 yellow. Right. Not the conclusion I was looking for. We haven't really colored this one. I'd love to be able to eliminate this digit from here, from the region sum line, but I can't. Green, all right. So I did say something about this white crop key dot being quite revealing. And it's revealing because, right, Sleuth, you're missing a lot of tricks so far. This can't be a 9 anymore. If it's 9, this would be a double 8. So, like stating the obvious now. Now, if this is 8, you see, like I'm tempted to say that green is the smaller digits of yellow and green because of this white crop key dot, but that's not guaranteed. You see, if this is 8, essentially this would have to be the 7, this would have to be the 9, because this would have to be the 7, this would have to be the 6. Like, hopefully that makes sense. Essentially because the green one still has a neighbor, whilst the yellow one doesn't. But that's making a huge assumption that this is 7 or 8. Sorry, that this is making an assumption that this is 8, and that's just not valid. The fact that this is 7 or 8 tells me that there is a 1 in here, there is a 1 in there. There is 1, as we know, up here, which places a 1 down there, places a 1 down there. Just 3 cells that add up to 7 or 8. It's either a 1, it will have to have a 1. Without a 1, it's 2, 3, 4, which would get me to 9. And then obviously would break these 2 crop key dots. The 1s plus the quadruple, sorry, I keep calling it it is quadruple circle, now lines up in columns 1 and 2, so 1 has to be down here. More importantly, it lines up in rows 1 and 2, so this has to be here. And I say more importantly just because this yellow eliminates one of the possibilities. It's not very useful, is it? The thing is, we've been given a 1 for a reason. So, like, I think It is meant to be useful. I just don't quite see how yet. Right, this is not 1. Now we're getting onto like night move trickery. If that's 1, these can't be 1. This can't be 1 because of night move. That would be 1. Oh, no, it does work. For a second I thought this sees this cell. It doesn't. It's nowhere near it. Ignore everything I just said. Yeah, we've been given a 1 for a reason. So far I've colored everything except this white crop dot. Even if this is 7, this is 6. Oh, hang on. I could make this cell. So it is a possibility, actually. Sorry, let me explain. I'm trying to think if this is part of this quadruple circle group. And the thing is, I could make it part of it. I could do 8, 7, 7, 6, and therefore it would be in here, 6. And this would be 7, and this would be 9. So it is a potential. Now I'm wondering if that's the way to think about it, because this white crop dot we've really not used. And it is something. We eliminated the 9. Yeah, I haven't... Sorry about that. We eliminated the 9. And remember, the 9 was the only one that could have had a member of 6, 7, 8, 9 on the region sum line. So this is time to color it. Yeah, it's red. It's none of these cells. It's not on the region sum line anymore. It's not this cell. Right, this is kind of the path now. It's none of these lines. No, that's not helpful. Not here, not here, not here, not there because of, because of Sudoku, not there because of night move, not there because of night move. That's red. Not red, not red. Red is also up here. Fascinating. So at this point, we know that this is 1. So essentially, we know that this is 1 plus 3 of 6, 7, 8, 9, because yellow, green, hang on, green is placed. Don't know why it took me so long to see that. Green is already placed. And can this be 1? What does it do for us? Does that eliminate a bunch of options? No, I can't see it. It would be nice if I can put 1 in yellow in here. I need to think if that is, if a 1 in here breaks everything. Let me explain why. If this is 1 in yellow, that would force this to be red, which would tell me that this is not red. And immediately tells me that green is 6. Because essentially, this green is either connected to red or it is exiting the group entirely, the 6, 7, 8, 9 group. And then that would allow me to just place digits in all of these colors, which would be amazing to do if I can figure this out. Red is none of these. Red is in one of these 2 cells. Red is not here. Red is not there. Yes, not enough. Can I eliminate red from here? No. Oh, almost. Almost. The 1s are helpful because I know there's no 1 on here. Challenge is I could still do 8 and 2, 6, and I would get away with it. Would I get away with it? I think I would, because that would be 8. I don't think I can, because of the white crop dot in box 3. Yeah, let me explain. If that's 8, this would be 7, 9. This is 7, 9. And now I don't have a neighbor. It would have to be 6 or 8, and neither are available. So I can't put red up here. red is in one of these two cells. And that's helpful because I can actually now place red in here. And that's not 1. 1 is one of these. In fact, that eliminates one of the options for yellow. The only option for yellow, mind you. That's 1. This is not 1. This is not 1. Our first digit, 16 minutes in. Wow. Wow. Okay. I can use... Hang on. If everything that I just said is correct, and I'm starting to suspect it isn't, where is red? Well, red would have to be on the region sum line without a 1. And then the best case scenario would be that this is 2, 6, and an 8. Then I've created the same problem that I was trying to avoid, isn't it? Right, let's just rethink this a second. Red is... okay. I'm fairly sure now that blue is... 8. And I can confirm that because none of these cells are red because of this red, Sudoku. This cell is not red. And therefore, red is either on the region sum line or in this cell. And even if it is in this cell, this would be yellow. So I have to have 1 of 6, 7, 8, 9 on the region sum line. Potentially it's yellow. But if it is yellow, then we're back to the same 2, 6 problem. Because that would be 6, that would be 7, and then I can't have 1 and 7. So it can't be yellow because it's consecutive. Right, let's just see what happens here. I think I've broken the puzzle. Kind of essentially avoiding, yeah, this is the problem. This would have to be a 6. What if it is a 6? Let's assume this is red for a second. I don't know why I seem to have broken it the first time around. Therefore, the green is 7. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 9, 9, 9, and 9. This is not 6 anymore. This is 6. This has to be 6 now because of Sudoku. So far, I'm just avoiding trying to get to the bit that will break it all. That puts 6 on here for sure. This is not 6. This is not 6. This is 6. This is red. These are 1s. That's not the 1. This has to be a 2, and clearly it's not yellow, as in 9. This is yellow. This is not yellow. This is yellow because, I mean, this wasn't because of night move. That's yellow. That's not yellow. That is yellow. And that is yellow. And so far, I don't know what I made, what was wrong in my earlier deduction. I haven't broken anything as far as I could tell. And this is 1 and 8. Right, yeah, we should be able to solve it from here. 1 in here. It's nice to see it all come together, finally. 20 minutes in. 8 in 3 cells. This is 1, 2, 5 or 1, 3, 4. So that would be the same for both of these. So essentially these are 2, 5, 3, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4. I think I've placed everything, haven't I? Sevens, there's 9 of them. Nines, there is 9 of them. Sixes, other than the fact that I haven't colored all of them, there's 9 of them. Eights, yeah, there is 9 of them if I can actually place all the digits. Right, so I'm on the right track. What can I do with this now? Am I missing like some kind of consecutive rule? Of course, we've got 2 cells in here that add up to 8. And it's not 2, 6, and it's not 1, 7. It is 3, 5. Neither of these could be 3 or 5. And we have to have one of them on here. That would be 3, 5. This would be 1 with 2 or 4. So essentially it's either 1, 2 with a 5 or 1, 4 with a 3. So this would be another 2, 4 in here. Different from this 1, 2, 4 to complete the row, of course. This 3, 5, well, it's not this 3, 5, it's not this 3, 5. I can actually color these now if I want to. I really want to recolor things. Because otherwise I will probably misremember things. But anyhow, orange is none of these. That's orange. So this is 3, 5. This is the other 3, 5, but we're not going to get into that right now. So this is 2 or 4. Because it's not 1. The remaining digits are 1, 2, and 4. So orange is none of these cells. Could be one of these two. I mean, we're definitely on the right track, I think, by coloring these. It's just not quite seeing an easy way forward to help color the rest. Let's think about it. 2 is in one of these 2 cells, because it's none of these. Sudoku. Let's use that to our advantage. That's not 2. 2 is in one of these 2 cells. Neither of which could be a 2 anymore in here, because it would see it with Sudoku, it would see it with Night Move. Not helpful. The orange 3, 5 is none of these cells. It's not this cell. That's the orange 3, 5. That's not a 2. And therefore, it has to be a 3 because the 2 is now off the region sum line. And I need this to add up to 8. So I'm left with 3, 5, and 1, 4 in here, and a 5. This is now 4 and 5. Not resolved. That's fine. Hint of bitterness there, as I said, that's fine. What an incredible puzzle so far. 2 is none of these. 2 is in here. 2 is in there. Not very helpful. We know that these are 1, 2, and 4. And if I put 2 and 4 in here, I've broken this cell. So one of these is 2 and 4. One of these 2 is 1. If this is the 1, it'll be this one. So essentially we have like a diagonal of 1s. Which means whichever one I... No, it doesn't. I was about to say, whichever one I pick, that's not a 1. That's just not true. If I pick these 2, that is absolutely fine to be a 1. So I have a 5 in here. No 5s, no 5s, that's a 5. 5s are none of these. That's not a 5. That's not a 5. That's a 5. 5 is not here or there. 5 is one of these 2 cells. 5 is none of these. With this sort of kind of domino in here, 5 is not this one. One of these is a 5. I've broken the puzzle. How did I break the puzzle? I'm just taking a look at box 9 with the 5s. What did I do with the 5s? Come on, Sleuth. Because I made an assumption that 5 is in here. 5 could have been there. Let's try that again. 5s. No 5s, no 5s. 5s. In fact, with this 5, that's not the 5, that's the 5. The conclusion was correct in that the 5 is up here, but not much else. 5 is not there. Knight move, that's a 5. Not 5, not 5 now, 5. This is a 2-4 pair. Therefore, that's not 4. Again, it would see both of these. That's 1. That's 2-4. Am I going to have to color the 2-4s? That's not a 2 because we've got a 2-4 pair in here. So none of these are 2s. 2 is in one of 2 cells. I like the fact that it's sort of like fighting us every step of the way. This cell can't be a 2-4. It would see it with knight move. It would see the alternative one, whether it's 2 or 4 with Sudoku. That's a 1. This is 2 or 4. Oh yeah, we did have that diagonal of 1s, so that's not the 1. Why did I say that I would have to have a 1 in here? I can't remember. Oh yeah, because it was 1, 2, and 4. So if I don't have 1s in here, and of course they're all 4, I need to have a 1, and it's not this cell and it's not this cell. But if this was a 2-4 pair, I would break this cell. So that's a 1. That makes me a 1-2 pair in here. This is 3-5. Not resolved yet. Really getting there though. This is 2-4. That's a 2-4 pair. This is a 1-3 pair. Not resolved. So I've got 1, 2. I need 3, 4, 5. 3 is not here. This is a 4-5 pair. That's the only place for a 3. That's a 1. That's a 3. That 3 gave me a 5 down here. That's not a 5. That's 1 and 2. This is 3, 4. Knight move. That's 4. That's 3. I can complete this, kind of. There is a 3 and a 2-4. The 2-4 is not this cell. That's the 3. This is the 2 or 4. I need a 1. Yeah, still too many places for it. And a 5 and a 2-4. This is not a 2-4. This is 1 or 5. That is another 1 or 5. Just completing row 8. But this one was known. 5 gave me a 4. Just don't ignore stuff, Sleuth. This is 1, 3, 5. The 3 is not here, not here. That's 3. This is a 1-5 pair. How is that helpful? Let me think. There's something going on here. This cell can't be a 1. It would eliminate both of these. That's a 5. That's a 1. That doesn't remove the 5. That removes the 5 option from here. This is 1 or 2. Not resolved. That 5 gave me a 4, a 5, a 1, a 4. How am I going to get back to this section? This one... I'm thinking it's resolved and I'm just missing like a knight move of some sort. So these I think are just too far away from any 2s and 4s. Yeah. 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 So these are resolved from here. This is resolved clearly by this cell. These can be resolved from here. So like it's got to be a 2-4 thing that's going on there. If I can spot it. 1, 2, 1, 2. Not 1, that's 5. This is 1, 2, 4. Can I do better? I'm sure I'm missing like some kind of anti-knight move somewhere to help me kind of eliminate some options. 1 and... I'm not going to color this, am I? I am going to color it. Let's just crack on. This is purple. That's not purple. This is purple. That's not purple. This is purple. That's not purple. That's purple. That's not purple. That's purple. How has that helped me? That's not purple. One of these two is purple. Have I used all the colors at this point? I think I have. Kind of all the easy to spot colors. I should have eliminated some of the others. Right, it's got to be the ones that I'm missing. No. I don't think I've made the mistake. There's just one last trick that I'm just not seeing. How are we doing for time? 31 minutes. I mean, like, I'm reasonably happy with how this went. If I could just figure out what I'm meant to be doing here. Right, let's just see what happens if purple is 2. Looks good to me. Purple is 4. Still looks good to me. I need to resolve this one too. So, like, what am I trying to do here? Oh, I did say if purple is 2. That'll be 1, that'll be 4. I'm definitely missing something. There's no way that there's 2 solutions in here. What about black? Black is one of these 2 cells. One of these 2, one of these 2. What I'm going to do is, sorry, cheat, and just enable conflict checking on pencil marks. No. Huh, I haven't missed anything. I must have made a mistake somewhere. I know what the mistake is. I haven't considered this region sum line. I'm so sorry. That was silly. That was there ages ago and it didn't need to be this difficult. Phenomenal puzzle, James. Absolutely worthy of the 97% rating. Like, stunning puzzle. And aside from just the clumsiness at the end, I was, yeah, like I said, I'm pretty happy with the solve. I hope that you guys enjoyed the puzzle, like even half as much as I did. This would have been an absolutely phenomenal puzzle to enjoy. So I'm just going to eliminate the black, as always. I just can't see. And let me know how you get on with this particular puzzle. Like, fascinating. And see you back soon. Bye bye for now. Well, I say bye bye for now, but forgot to stop recording. There.